Assalamualaikum to Dr. Lamadi Huda. We are from Group 1 and class RBA2724ESS. Now I'll be guiding you through a key aspect of Malaysia financial system from Maybank Islamic Berhad. Okay, now we'll start with the company, then move on to the broader concept of the tax and zakat, and finally look at how they all connect. First, we move to history of Maybank Islamic. Maybank Islamic is a wholly owned subsidiary of Maybank Group and the leading provider of Islamic financial service in the country. It was established in the 1990s as Maybank Islamic Bank Division. It later created a dedicated Islamic banking window in the 2000s before officially become a full-fledged subsidiary in 2008. This journey shows its growth from a small division to a major player in the Malaysian financial landscape. Now we move to key operation and services. Maybank Islamic's main business pillars are built on Sharia compliant solution, offering products like financing, wealth management and takaful. They hold a dominant position in local market and also have a global presence in the countries like Singapore and Indonesia. Their strategy is to be thought leader in Islamic finance, focusing on themes sustainable growth and social responsibility through initiatives like zakat and wakaf. This demonstrates their commitment to both business and community welfare. What is tax and zakat planning in Malaysia? This brings us to our main topic. The Malaysian government provides Muslims with a unique right, a tax rebate on their zakat payments. This is a powerful combination of a religious requirements and national law, designed to help people plan their finance efficiently and legally. Okay, what is important of tax and zakat planning? Okay, this system is important for three main reasons. First, it offers financial efficiency by allowing a person to fulfill a religious duty while lowering their tax bill. Second, it ensures compliance with both legal and religious obligations. And third, and the most crucially, it has a significant social impact. Zakat acts as a vital tool for poverty alleviation, ensuring wealth is distributed to those who are most in need.
Assalamualaikum to Dr. Huda. My name is Fatihah Adira binti Rosli and I will be present on tax computations of Maybank Islamic Berhad for 2024 that based on its annual report and the Income Tax Act 1967. We begin with the profit before tax of 3.8 billion. This can be seen when some expenses must be added back because they are not deductible, which include depreciations of PPE and right use of asset under Section 39(1)(a). Since the firm allowed to claim for capital allowance under Schedule 3. Besides, zakat contributions also must be added back because later it must be treated as rebate under Section 4411(a). Plus, provisions and expected credit losses (ECL) are disallowed because only actual write-off must be deductible, as stated in Public Ruling Form 4/2009. Next part are partially deductible expenses, which consist of advertising and publicity, are deductible only if it's business related under Section 33(1). Plus, director remuneration such as salaries and fees are allowed, but other benefits such as bonus were not allowed under Section 39(1). Besides, non-audit fees are deductible only if it's related to the business, while share service costs must follow Section 140A in relation to the transfer pricing requirement. Lastly, specific deductions such as double deductions for Section 34A and above donations under Section 44(6) were not disclosed in the firm annual report. Thus, after we making some adjustment, the chargeable income for the company is 6.5 billion, where we use it to apply 24% of tax rate, which amounted to 1.56 billion. Therefore, after deducting with zakat for 53 million, the final tax payable for Maybank Islamic Berhad is 1.51 billion. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Izzuddin bin Abdul Aziz, and now I will talk about zakat analysis. Zakat is an obligation for Muslims to share part of their wealth. It is not just about giving, but it also cleanses our income and assets and strengthens solidarity in society. Zakat is important because it helps to reduce poverty, it builds fairness among people, and it brings reward from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Not everyone has to pay zakat. There are a minimum level called nisab, which is equal to the value of 85 grams of gold. Only Muslim whose wealth is above this level need to pay the zakat. As for the time, zakat is given after 1 full year, while agriculture zakat must be paid at the time of harvest, as mentioned in the Quran, Surah Al-An'am, verse 141. So, zakat is more than just money. It is a way to help others while purifying ourselves. As for Maybank Islamic Berhad, they pay zakat directly to state zakat authorities. This ensures full compliance with Sharia rulings and at the same time support social and economic justice. Companies pay zakat because it shows their commitment to Islamic values. It also benefits local communities and builds trust with customers and stakeholders. So, where does zakat go? It is distributed to 8 groups known as asnaf. This includes the poor, the needy, zakat workers, new Muslim, freeing captive, people in debt, those in the cause of Allah, and travelers who are stranded. The impact of zakat is very clear. It funds education sponsorship, provide healthcare and medicine, support food and housing, and empower people to improve their livelihood. Through this system, zakat creates fairness, reduce hardship, and help society to grow stronger together. That's all from me.
My name is Nurin Kairina binti Abdul Khair. I will explain the comparison between tax and zakat treatment. First, under the current system in Malaysia, zakat is not deductible when calculating chargeable income. Instead, zakat is treated as a rebate against tax payable. For example, in the case of Maybank Islamic Berhad, the chargeable income was about RM6.5 billion. Based on the corporate tax rate of 24%, the tax payable came to RM1.56 billion. After applying the zakat rebate of RM53 million, the final tax payable was reduced to RM1.5 billion. When we add back the zakat itself, the total outflow, meaning tax plus zakat, is about RM1.56 billion. This shows that the rebate now system provides some relief to the company. Now let us consider a hypothetical situation where zakat is treated as a deduction instead of a rebate. In the case, the chargeable income would be lower because zakat is deducted upfront. The corporate tax would then be reduced slightly to RM1.547 billion. However, since no rebate is available, the zakat of RM53 million must still be paid separately. This makes the total outflow higher at around RM1.6 billion. When we compare the two systems, the difference is clear. The rebate method results in a lower total outflow, while the deduction method increased the financial burden. In numbers, the rebate saved the company about RM40 million compared to the deduction.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Azim Nazmi bin Ali. Now let's look at the implication of zakat pregnancy. Focusing on two key areas, cash flow and Sharia compliance. Starting with cash flow, from the perspective of financial institution liquidity, management is very important. Institutions need to balance zakat allocation with their operational liquidity, especially when zakat funds are kept separate from commercial funds. Another potential benefit is the revolving fund model. If zakat is structured as Qard al-Hasan with repayment, the same funds can be recycled and reused. This allows institutions to serve more recipients in the long run, which strengthens cash flow sustainability. From the recipient side, or what we call asnaf, Zakat provides an initial cash flow. This means they can access capital to support their business or personal needs, which improves short-term liquidity. At the same time, zakat financing reduces financial burden since it is interest-free and often non-repayable. It avoids the heavy cash drain that usually comes with conventional debt servicing. Next, let's consider Sharia compliance. All financing must strictly avoid riba or interest. This means funds should be structured under permissible contracts such as Qard al-Hasan, Murabahah or Musyarakah. There is now an important discussion among scholars about how zakat should be distributed. Some argue it can be used for financing or loans or investment, while others prefer direct giving. Because of this difference, approval from State Fatwa Council is essential. Lastly, transparency and governance play a key role. Institutions handling zakat must ensure that funds are segregated, properly audited, and used solely for Sharia compliant purposes. This not only builds trust but also safeguards the integrity of zakat as financial instruments. In summary, zakat financing has significant implications for both cash flow and Sharia compliance. It provides sustainable support and institutions meaningful to relief to recipients and ensures that all activities remain aligned with
Next,
Islamic
we go to
principles.
recommendation. For the first one is integrate zakat with CSR. Maybank Islamic handling zakat with long-term program CSR such as education, healthcare, and entrepreneurship. This way, zakat will not only provide short-term relief but also create lasting benefit for the company. 2. Improve transparency. To strengthen trust, Maybank Islamic should provide clearer reporting on how zakat funds are distributed to asnaf. A transparent framework with measurable outcome will show accountability and leadership in Islamic finance. Third, go digital. By adapting digital platform for zakat collection and distribution, Maybank Islamic can improve efficiency, reduce leakage, make the process more accessible to the public. This also positions the bank as pioneer in digital zakat management. And the last one is policy advocacy. Maybank Islamic can advocate for policy that harmonize tax and zakat treatment in Malaysia. This will provide long-term clarity and consistency for corporate taxpayers and making zakat management more effective in the future. The last one is conclusion. In conclusion, Maybank Islamic Berhad has shown commitment to balancing for financial responsibility and religious obligation through effective tax and zakat planning. By integrating zakat strategically, improving transparency and embracing innovation, the bank can achieve both financial efficiency and meaningful social impact, reflecting the true spirit of Islamic finance. That's all for us. Thank you.